Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house, and we're gonna have a great show today. Of course, we're gonna be talking about Unity. It's just gone live on PulseChain, already burning through hundreds of millions of PulseX, which is amazing. And we're gonna check all that out. We're gonna obviously get into the stock market. Jerome Powell. We got Jackson Hole on as well. We got lots of cool stuff happening in the economic front, and the stock market is we're going to do an update on that. We're going to get into crypto, of course, and talk about PulseChain and check out how things are going there, as well, of course, as the monster thread week number 15 is hot off the press, and it is out and about. So we're going to talk about that at the end of the live stream. So I hope you guys enjoy that right now. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I know that we're going to have a great time during this live stream. So I hope you guys all enjoy. Yeah, pretty awesome. So we got Wookie in the house. Go the Wars. Yeah, they're talking about the rugby league. That's going really well. The Warriors there, they're at the top of the table, getting ready for the grand final. Is that what's happening? Let us know in the chat. Or they're going to be pipped by the Newcastle Knights. Will the Newcastle Knights smash the Warriors and come out and really beat them down? I mean, no, let us know in the chat there. I'm sure we can have a peaceful conversation there about that, about the old rugby league. All right, so get in the chat there, folks. Let us know. We got Brennan in the house as well. Last, all unite. Indeed. Will the Newcastle Knights unite with the Warriors? We will find out. That would be interesting to see. Now, will the Newcastle Knights get in the top four? That's the question. Apparently, the Warriors are in the top four in the rugby league, and that's going to be fun too. So, we might even get an on-field scrap. Although they don't do those anymore. Let us know in the chat there. All right, so yeah, pretty awesome news for cryptographics. Unity has launched, so that's going to be pretty exciting, right? Unity has launched. So yeah, Yield X Yoda in the house there, and of course reposted the stream. Awesome, appreciate that, Crypto Jag. So thanks for that, appreciate that. Love the green circle there as well. So very cool. Let's get into it, shall we? Without further ado, sounds very French. We're going to start off actually with Unity before we get into all the market updates. So we're going to check out all the stuff that's happening there, and let me know in the chat there if you've already got your first creation in the market there. Let us know. In fact, I just remember I'm going to have to go and pick up the price as well, so we'll have to do that. Bam. All right, let's get into it. What else? Let's go to this one, and we're going to start off here. So yeah, Unity is alive, but that is the website. Of course, truly the first of its kind on the PulseChain. Pretty awesome, right? Buy, burn, build, Unity pool, Unity, and awesome stuff. Look at those staking ROIs, 12,000% there. Creation is 28.5%, 1,000% right now. Looking spectacular. Let's go to the actual official launch on Unity, and we can see here, I'm going to post the link to this, of course. Unity is officially live on PulseChain. This is the official statement from the Unity DApp. Is live and active on PulseChain mainnet. Been about 6 hours, I think, since it's been live. Please only get your information from this account and cross-reference with the statement made by Cryptographics here on X. That is the Unity contract. So we're going to pull that up too. Let's have a look at the price chart there. So let's do that. And bam, let's go. And that's one thing I hadn't done actually before the live stream. Preset the price here, but let's have a look. So we've got the liquidity already at 239K. So looking hot is the old liquidity there with PulseX. So let's add that to the main watch. Let's add it to Titanx, and we're going to put it in there, even though it's a PulseChain project. That is the price now $8.89. Boy, it's really taken off like a fire drill there. And look at that. I mean, what's the opening price? Opening price $4. And of course, let's have a look at the ratio to PulseX. What was the ratio to PulseX on the open? The ratio to PulseX on the open was 100,000. So that is the mark, and that's what the cryptographic said. We're currently at 220,000 right now on the old price there, and that's been 6 hours, just like I said. So how long exactly? well, the pair was created 15 hours 46 minutes ago, but really it's really just taken off here. Look at that. Wow. So we're going to expect this. I don't know. I expect this to keep rising, like we saw with the unit with Taurus on Ethereum. Let us know your thoughts about that in the chat there. Knights can't find the try line, let alone a game. Storm v Warriors should be interesting, says Brennan. All right, so it's a better comment than copper, right? Better comment than copper. All right, so we got the price at the moment. That is where we are. Let's jump over to the rest of the press release. Official link to the Unity dApp, Unity, and of course you can earn there. That's where you want to go to do a creation. For those looking to buy Unity, use the buy Unity function in the dApp once the main LP has been created. Now that is already created. We saw that already. So that's ticking away. What else are we going to say about that? You'll not be able to buy until this LP has been formed. Now, you obviously can do that. Please do not rush yourselves, as you are more likely to make a mistake. Do not click links or from any other sources other than the official accounts, cryptographics, Unity, or the pin message. And of course, expect impersonators and scammers. Yeah, definitely do that. Be careful. And of course, double check that who you're talking to. I will never DM you, so do not click links that seem to be sent to you out of impersonations. So he will not DM you. Those are the official links there as well. Unity and Taurus apparently equals 11. If you're into numerology, which I am not, as you guys know. Welcome to the age of Unity on PulseChain. There we go. So that is live. He's had 5,600 views on that so far. So let's post that in the chat there, and you guys can go check out the source stuff yourself. And I'll give you the overall post there. So that is Unity. Unity is alive. So congratulations to Cryptographics again. First Taurus, now Unity, and Unity on PulseChain, which a lot of people will like, which is pretty awesome. What else? We got some more comments in there in the chat there, which says Knights and the Warriors need Unity, says Wookie. They certainly do, especially in the chat. And we got Brennan as well. Copper for the win. Yeah, copper for the win indeed. Likes and post for the win, says Wookie. Absolutely do that. And of course, if you haven't shared the show, that is the link there to share the show. And of course, if you want to check out Unity, which is live, and get involved, Unity is live. That is the official X post, so you can go check that and get all the website links and the contracts, etc. Right there. And there we are. So exciting times, and I think this is going to be a pretty huge project on PulseChain moving forward, particularly around staking ROIs and of course PulseX burning. It's going to burn, baby, burn, accelerating the burn on PulseX. So we shall see. Could have quite the impact. We're going to keep a lookout for that. So that is pretty much it right now. Let's have a look. There was another post that was out 2 hours ago. And that was 2 hours ago, so it's 5 hours old. So after 3 hours after the Unity launched, they had the protocol had already burnt 320 million PulseX. Isn't that crazy? The best part, the system only gets more powerful over time because more people go in and the pool gets bigger. No one has enough PulseX. Welcome to the age of Unity on PulseChain. Now remember also that the PulseX that's burned is set at 1% to start off with. Obviously can scale up to 10% of the amount of PulseX in there. So 1% sitting burn, already burnt that much. Isn't amazing? We're going to check out the latest, of course, on the show. So that is pretty much it. So what else we got there? We got Wookie says, join the strategy club today with Wookie's Crypto Night link. Absolutely. If you guys haven't joined our strategy club, it is fantastic in there. I do monthly updates. We have the top 10 index that we have for the Crypto Night show for PulseChain. We have regular updates virtually every day, not almost every day, let's say, in there with lots of intel. And of course, we have great strategy chats as well. So definitely get in there if you want to get all the next level alpha. Only $35 a month on that one. So fantastic value. Join our community today. I think we have the best, honestly, the best community in there. It is awesome. What else there? Some of that PulseX was Wookie's. Oh, so you've gone in, Wookie. He's in it early. Nice one there, Wookie. Big shout out. All right, so that is where we are right now. And let's go into the dApp right on the top right. And that's kind of cool. So it's already been 6 hours and 10 minutes already into day one. So you're still on day one, guys, super early. Market price is $8.90, which is pretty cool. And we can see that on the chart here. Let's switch it back to US dollars. 220,000 PulseX, and we're sitting at $8.90 right now with the high so far. I guess it was on open. It was at $9.85, but after that it was around $9.30 or so. Let's see how high this baby puppy will go. Let's have a look what you can do. So you can create. Of course, everyone's going into create. You can set your either power or PulseX. You can check out the video yesterday. I did cryptographics. We went fully through the whole protocol. So you can check out that video yesterday if you want to learn how it works. It was a fantastic interview with him. Also, the earn length there as well, 88 is the max length you can, or 88 days. So you can put in the amount of PulseX. Let's say you want to put in, I don't know, a million PulseX. No, that's $40. So a million PulseX, $40. That would be 88 days, and that's going to get you 77,000 shares, which is what you're after, right? You're after the shares, and you can do ladders, right? So you could do, if you do 15 days, watch how the shares go down dramatically. If you do 15 days, you only get 383 shares. So just take note, but you get Unity up front, and then you earn Unity every day. So that you do get this, Unity up front there. But if you do the max period, watch the created Unity that you get day one, and the earn Unity you get over the whole period that you max. So if we got 88 days, we go from 1.7 for 15 days to 10. So we're already winning in that front. Of course, you can't get it out until 88 days. And then the other one, end Unity, there we're up to 1,274. So that was dramatic, right? Dramatic difference there. So kind of cool. And the shares obviously are huge, right? Comparable. You can also toggle this. It will give you the daily ROI right now, 323%. That's going to move around with the market price and the amount of people staking or creating and stuff staking. And then you got the stake as well. You can smash the stake, the same thing. Obviously, pretty much everyone will be doing creating right now. That's the obvious mark there. And then, of course, later on, probably get a lot more people doing staking as we get more supply come out. That's what we saw on Taurus. And then you'll see your stakes and everything showing down the bottom, active stakes. And then when they're claimable after the maturity periods end, the length period, then they'll be here for claiming. You'll be able to claim with the claim button. And then, of course, your end stakes will show up here. So it's pretty easy to do. So pretty much everyone will be in there creating stakes and doing ladders or doing max periods to get the most out of it. We'll see. Now, the buy and burn, of course, it's capturing all that value. Everybody's going in. It's capturing their value in the buy and burn treasury, as I call it. And we can see that buy Unity with Pulse already. We got $24,500 in there. Isn't that awesome? So 467 million pulses already in the buy Unity with Pulse. So all the Pulse goes in there. PulseX right now, $102,700. This is really successful start, guys. Really successful. And we're only 6 hours in, for goodness sakes, not even a full day. So we're at 2.56 billion PulseX has gone in there so far. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Now, just to give you a flashback, back to the sacrifice phase for Pulse at least, to get in the top 1,000 wallets, you would have had to have sacrificed about $70,000, which would have been about a billion Pulse you would have got. So that gives you kind of an idea of how big this is. And so we're going to probably have at least something equivalent to top 1,000 wallet, if not even higher, right? In the 2 billion mark. So that's just a kind of a quick reference point. And so, yeah, let's see where that all heads. So we got at the moment by Unity PulseX, 102,000. Amazing. And that's incredible. Remember, the buy and burn stuck at 1%. So it's on 1% of the pool funds are going to be spent every day over 144 periods, right, with 10 minutes each. And of course on PulseChain, it's super cheap to call it. So you've got 3-cent rewards there, 11-cent rewards. Everyone's going to be calling those, right? So you see, click, 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 click. All right, so that's pretty much it on that. So it's kind of cool. Now the buy and build. Well, look at that. The buy and build. We got $14,800 in the buy and build. Now the build part is about just making bigger liquidity, right? And you can see already in the pool, we've got some pretty fat liquidity in there. Look at that. We've got 13,553 Unity. Remember, it starts off at 20,000 in the pool, just like we did on Taurus. And there's almost 3 billion PulseX in there. Isn't that awesome? Almost 3 billion PulseX in there right now. That's fantastic. So that is some of the cool metrics. And we're sitting at 111,000 there on the PulseX. Now, obviously, as the price of PulseX and Pulse go up, then it's going to go up in US dollar values and probably pretty dramatically. But we have 2.77 billion PulseX right now in there as well. So that's incredible, right? So what's that? 800, 700, how much is that? 283. So 3 and 7 is 750. What am I saying? 750 million pulse there. Boy, what was a tongue twister? 750 million pulse sitting in there, and we got 2.6. So 4. What's that? 5.5 or something like that. A billion PulseX. Amazing. So it's like having some huge sacrifices in the pool already, and we're only 6 hours in. So already super successful start. Now the Fractal, of course, has got another 9,500, 182 million pulse. And another PulseX there. We're sitting at 71,000 PulseX, 1.78 billion PulseX. So we got really Great start off to this protocol. Amazing. So that is the buy and burn treasuries. You add all those up together. Fantastic. Now, the stats, of course, let's go to the stats. So at the moment, 100,000 Unity, which always starts at 100,000 on day one, and it goes down by 0.08% each day. And of course, there's only ever going to be a max of 125 million Unity ever. And of course, that's going to be a lot of that's going to get burnt off and staked and protocols and all sorts of stuff. It's going to be pretty crazy. Now, at the moment, we have 4.9% staked, which is 984. We have liquid supply of 5,444, and then we have supply and LP 13,553. So that is where we're starting here, at least after 6 hours. Total supply right now. Let's have a look at that. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. It's a little bit small. Can you see that a bit better? I think so. So total supply right now is $175,846. And this Unity supply there is 19,982. Remember, it starts off at 20,000, and the first day there is only 20,000. And of course, it's already been burned off. They've already burned off 17.42 Unity. Hooray! So $153 burned so far in 6 hours. Stake Unity is 8,659. So we've already got 984 Unity stake. That's crazy. Wow, really? That's some crazy stuff right there. And I'm not quite sure how that worked, actually. How do we get more than 20,000? I guess that's the supply, right? Supply. So we already got 9,840 staked, already bought and staked. That's amazing. Yeah, so that's pretty credible. Obviously, there's 8 people gone for it as well. Now, obviously, sometimes it takes a little time for people to get used to the protocol too, but that's staggering number straight out of the gate there. You'd think everybody would be creating, right? Would be creating. We got total. You get optionality with staking, remember, so you can end stake 50% early, all that sort of stuff. And if you do 75% of the way through, you still get 50% of your created rewards, right? Your earned rewards. So if you come back here. You don't lose your created Unity. You lose some of your earned Unity, right? So that's what you lose if you early in stake. So that is the play there. Today's shares, so there's 547 million shares so far. Take note of that. So 547 million shares so far. And the PulseX buy and burn. Look at that. It's almost 408. It's 484 million, almost half a billion already. That's crazy, guys. It's crazy good. So when I say crazy good, that's amazing there. And we also got a June dashboard. So we're going to check out that. And so, yeah, what a start. 6 hours and 80 minutes in, and it's off to a tear. And we said, I suggested to you it's going to do very well. We know cryptographics been on probably, maybe 4 or 5 at least influencer channels and doing a lot of X spaces. And so, yeah, had some good press there. What else do we got? Surge in the house there. Reposted the stream. I appreciate that. Big shout out. Yeah, if you guys haven't reposted the stream, smash it out, guys. They're on X. That's the link right at the top of the chat there. Really do appreciate that. And onwards and upwards, all right? Onwards and upwards. Now, I do think MBS at the moment's got an X space on with Xavier, the big new influencer, come to PulseChain with 480,000 followers. So they're in the X space right now, talking about probably XVR and stuff like that as token. So all the best to those guys. I know they're having a good time there. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see. We're going to scroll all the way back down here. We got Diamond Hand in house. Woohoo! Good to see Diamond Hand. Yeah, celebrating the old Unity launch. Fantastic, eh? Fantastic. And Wookie's already got some of his PulseX already in there. So some of the PulseX in here is already Wookie's. There we go. Well, it's no longer Wookie's, but it's part of the protocol now. Part of the empire. Richland in house as well. Sup, fellas? Good to see you, Richland. Welcome to chat, and like the green circle too. Let's go. All right, so some pretty cool stuff. Now, I don't know if anyone else has been streaming on this, but maybe I'm the first influencer to becoming Unity. Who knows? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But that's pretty exciting. And here we are 6 hours into it, and we've got some early results. We can use this for the archives. You want to come back, say, what was it like on the first day? Well, we could stream it here, and we'll cover it again tomorrow. So we get to see what the first day results are, I guess, and then some. So kind of cool. It's always fun documenting these cool launches of these products. At the moment, of course, $8.80 is the Unity price. And, of course, you can get access to all these details here in the chat. I posted the link to the official announcement. Always get your official links there, and you'll be able to get the chart price. You'll be able to get access to the DApp, connect up your wallet. All you have to do is connect your wallet up and then go to the earn page, and you can start creating, which is probably the play to do. And then you can decide to do all max periods, or you can do you can do some sort of ladder. You can decide and maybe decide your allocations around strategy. You can always check out Taurus, of course. Should we go check out Taurus too? Let's go bring up Taurus. This is already on Ethereum, right? So this has already been around for 40 days. So if you want to see what does this look like, over a period of time, you can check that out. And at the moment, we've got $6.42 on the Taurus price. We know that we haven't got too much Taurus coming out today on day 40. It's about 300, I think. So it's not a big day. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to the price today. It's captured obviously a lot of money in the buy and burn. Look at that. Woohoo. And ETH is obviously on a little bit of pullback last time I checked. And look at that. So that's all in the money there. But look at how Unity is kicking it off. Unity is already crushing the numbers. Look at these numbers coming in. We did expect a big adoption on PulseChain and potentially a huge impact on the PulseX buy and burn. And it's not disappointed so far, only 6 hours in. So, yeah, pretty amazing stuff happening there. All right, so let's go to the stats here on Taurus just quickly. You can see that after 40 days, we would expect the same numbers on PulseChain. So we'll only have 96,926 tokens on day 40. Once Unity, gets to day 40, it's only day one now, of course. That would be the amount of tokens we expect by then. Now, in the first, 3 months, we're only going to have 8.5 million tokens, I think, altogether come out, and that decreases every 3 months, goes down quite a bit. I think Cryptographics got almost on top of his head the first couple of quarters at least. And you can see the allocation there on Taurus at the moment. So not too bad, not too bad. And you can see some of the results there as well. They've burned 2.23 billion Titan X, and they got 3.3 billion shares. I think by the time we get to day 40 on Unity, we're going to have a lot more shares than that, right? I think we're going to have a lot more shares. I think adoption is going to be even bigger. I think they're both going to be super successful, but I think we're going to have even more over here. We've already got 550 million shares in just over 6 hours. So, yeah, keep a lookout for that. Keep a lookout for that. What else can we say about this in comparison? Yeah, we had 9,000 Taurus burned so far on Taurus, and stake Taurus is 5,400. So keep a lookout for these numbers because I think we're going to have some pretty exciting, not a battle, but a pretty interesting difference between the APRs, right? So people are going to be hunting APRs cross chain, or the ROIs, I should say. They're using ROI terminology, and that's going to be pretty interesting. So they've got 25,000, 27%. 27,000% on day one. Obviously, we know this moves around a lot. We got 8,300% at the moment on Taurus, just as some background reference. Kind of cool. And staking at the moment, what's that? 2,900%. All right, so kind of cool. And we got 12,231% there, and people already staking. My OMG. And of course, they get the optionality there as well. So it's a pretty exciting launch here for Unity. I think we can all agree. What a start. Is there a Dune dashboard for Unity? Yeah, I hadn't forgotten about that, Brendan. I just hadn't got to that. That was the next point. So your timing is perfect. No, says Wookie. No, there's going to be one, and the link's there. So let's go to stats page. I'm pretty sure it's down the bottom here somewhere. Dune dashboard. Let's see if it's working yet. It's probably just started, right? So it may not have been set up like Wookie says. We'll have a look. I knew the link was there. Yeah, not yet populated. Probably expect it maybe tomorrow. Is my guess. So we'll wait till the day, like day's data's done. I'm sure Mike Dean is onto it. So we'll get that out pretty soon. And for those that are not familiar, you can see the one on the Taurus page, which is down here, and that gives you access to the data. And that's from Mike Dean. Of course, he does all the dashboards for Titan X, and now he's obviously on PulseChain too. So yeah, we got $1.3 million there in the old Taurus, and that's 11 hours old, that update. But pretty amazing. So what are we going to see? 1.3 million in 40 days. In Taurus, what will we see in Unity after 40 days? Will it be $2 million? Will it be $5 million? I don't know. It's going to be, I think, pretty big. But it's going to be pretty fun. Now, obviously, we got out of the gate, you got all that excitement, but hey, look, we saw that in Taurus. It just kept going and going. I'm expecting to see some big things in Unity as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and excited about where this will go. And boy, the PulseX is going to get burned up. So I think that's it on the old Taurus and Unity. So check it out. Congratulations once again to Cryptographics. This is super exciting. We'll be covering this day after day, watching its progress. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think this is one of the big projects that are launching on PulseChain, and it's just launched. So there we go. exciting times, exciting times. Now, we do have other projects launching on PulseChain. We're going to talk a bit more about that coming up. But this is, I think, one of the big giants, and it's excited to have it here. It is a very bullish ROI protocol for staking. That is the main purpose. It does use, obviously, some ROI protocol kind of tokenomics, but really it is a staking protocol. And the other thing, it has a big global benefit for PulseX with a massive buy and burn, something to the effect of 70x better than PulseX V2 buy and burn, as opposed to what Cryptographics was saying. So pretty huge on that one. So kind of exciting, guys. Exciting times. Let's keep a lookout for how we go. We need data, says Brennan. Yeah, keep it. And the reason why you want data, just as we final mention, is because you can see the kind of where the people are going, right? Where are they going? This chart here. Where is everyone going? Now, as you guys know, as more and more people come in, the reward pool gets distributed to more and more people. So it's the opposite of what we've seen in other protocols like Titanx, for example. And so these candles all get flatter and flatter, generally speaking, as we move forward in time. So you can sort of kind of see that's a pretty cool way of distributing reward pools. So very clever there. On me, says Brennan. On me. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. All right, so that's pretty much on Unity. Huge. We're going to keep a lookout for that. This is going to be, these numbers are going to keep going up all day, I think. It's going to be quite amazing. I don't know what I'll do. I might even do a small second live show later today, depending on how things go. Maybe I'll do another little short live show, covering it later on. I don't know, it could be fun. We might just very well do it. So that is pretty much our coverage of Unity. We spent 25 minutes on that, more or less. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and very excited. I think this is awesome and it's fun. Frontier of tokenomics on the world as well and the planet. You got to love that too. Only on PulseChain and of course there's Unity. Kind of cool. Okay, it's also on Ethereum. It's Taurus as well, but you get my point. It is awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right, so that is the play. Let's get into the stock market, and we're going to get into briefly onto that as well. I haven't got my Superman curl today. I did yesterday. It's not quite there today. Yesterday it was like naturally falling, I think. Was yesterday? Or 2 days ago, my Superman curl. I have the perfect, what's it, cowlick or whatever you call it for Superman. Sometimes it just lands. It just lands, and Superman is here. Brendan says maybe Wookie can make an appearance on second show. Maybe you can, Wookie. You are invited. You're truly invited. Brendan, you are invited as well. We can do a show later on today. How about that? Let's do one, and we'll do another Unity special. We'll call it Unity special with Wookie. How about that, or something like that? That's coming. I think we'll do it. I feel good about it. I would love to see it. It'll be great. All right, so those that love Unity and Taurus, we're going to probably do a second show later today with an update. So how about that? We're going to FOMO on Unity today. That's pretty much it. Now, we had S&P 500 in slightly lower. They hit a Powell at Jackson Hole. Now, Jackson Hole is a symposium that they have with these Fed chairmen and presidents and things. And so it always gives us blue clues about the next big rate cut, which everyone's looking forward to. Obviously, the U.S. economy is actually, even with the sort of mixed, weaker job report and modest inflation, is, holding up relatively well, regardless with higher interest rates. Remember that a lot of the world's reserve banks have already cut rates. Federal Reserve really standing out by itself, and I think it's just political, right? So Democrats are using the Fed as one means of holding back Trump's success with the U.S. economy, which basically means they're punishing the U.S. people, right? Which is, that's not surprising from Democrats, and that's pretty much it. So let's move on. We got the Dow Jones there is pretty much down 34 points to 44,900. This is, of course, covering Monday's results, so the opening day for the week. S&P 500 is down, well, it's pretty much flat, 6,449, and the Nasdaq there is up 7 points to 21,629. So not too bad, pretty flat market really on the old stock market there. US dollar just under 98. Remember, it was 108 when Trump came in, so depreciated. The impact on oil, of course, is down at $62.55. And if we have a look at the yearly chart here, we can see that when Trump came in, around about the 20th here, we had the price of oil on the chart here at around $75.90. We're now at $62.55. So yeah, we have had a depreciated dollar, but actually, the price of oil has gone down. What's that? Probably about $13, let's say, is roughly $13 in West Texas. So pretty amazing. Trump's already dealt with the oil prices, and of course, I think they're going to be kept low, especially with increased production in the United States. And and I guess the other. So this affects all physical markets. So this really makes the U.S. economy really boom. On the other hand, we obviously got to get their interest rates down, which is what Jerome Powell's controlling. He is a Democrat with radical, silly Democrat ideas, and we've seen him give speeches at at universities and stuff. So that's where, if you want to go find evidence of that, you can go see that. And so there we are, 20th of January. We got Brent oil at $66.40. Gold right now, $3,381. Let's have a look at that on the max chart for gold, 3,382. And look at that, it's right up in record territory right now. And if we look over the last year, we can see we're just off the highs right now. So that's kind of cool. So we're about $70, about $70 off the high. So we're 3,382. And silver right now, $38. And of course, that recently got up really high. $39, but that hasn't reached a new all-time high. We had that all the way back here at $41. I think it was $41 in June 2011. So flashback for there. I know most of you probably only just got born at 2011. I'm just kidding. That's this ridiculous statement. We got a lot of stuff in there. Anyway, copper, which is Brendan. He's our TA guy in the chat. TA guru, we like to call him. He loves copper, and copper there not having the best time. Well, actually, he's having a pretty good time. Did get sell off, but it's actually not too bad up there right now. So it looks like it's doing okay. All right, so we got obviously the Trump has been ending wars. By my count, Trump has ended at least 7 major wars in the world since he came in. Yes, that's right. So the Democrats who said that they went into creating wars made so many wars over there, and of course they said President Trump was going to be the war president, and of course he's made so many peace agreements. So you work out objective truth, who tells the truth and who lies. So there we go. That's enough said. We got Trump Zelensky meeting concludes. Zelensky held the talks. It's very good. Obviously, this comes off the back of Trump and Putin, and so we're looking for world peace. So here are the risks. So let's talk a little about risks. I don't, obviously political risks do impact our crypto markets and our forecast for the moving forward for our bullish run. But we've got the following risks. So the Democrats are huge risks, right? Progressives and Marxists are huge risks in the West. They're destroying the West. And so Trump is last man standing, right? For commonality, for common sense, let's say. And so we have those are risks. So we have progressives in the West that are risks, globalists, Marxists, the combination there. We obviously have they are bringing in lots of the enemies of our people coming into our countries. So they are big risks as well. On the other hand, we've also got what other risks we got? Well, we got the deep state. Trump is trying to dismantle that, right? He's trying to shrink the public sector and expand the private sector. That's going to have pros and cons to it, of course. But definitely, they won't have in this if they're not in the state, they won't have all the state powers of regulations and things like that being able to force as easily as force. They can still do it through private corporations, of course. We see that a lot with the wokeism, right? The infested thing throughout the whole societies. Our country is infested with it. You wouldn't believe the insanity that we get. Like that pregnant people, that there's pregnant people and not mothers. I mean, this is insanity, right? And of course, they try to force it on you, right? Just through buying, sending you letters saying you're a woman or a pregnant person. I mean, it's insane. Anyway, so we got all that sort of carry on going on right now. So what do they say? They say the patient mental patients are in charge of the asylum or something like that. Can't remember the quite phrase, but that is kind of going on. So we have the deep state. We also have the Federal Reserve, right, controlling interest rates. Why is that so important? Because Trump's got oil prices down. That affects all the physical goods, but in terms of the financial markets, interest rates of course affect everything else. The amount that you pay, so you're paying all this big amount of debt, right, with interest rates, and of course also affects risk appetite, right? So people are still getting a high yield in conservative assets as opposed to risk-on assets. That's kind of the idea there. That's kind of the play. This we still have those. Now, the biggest wild card risk, of course, we've got this war that's still going on now. It's obviously not really affecting the markets too much, but it's killing 5,000-6,000 people dying a week. And we know globalists, Marxists, progressives don't care about people's lives. They honestly don't give a damn that there'll be people dying, and that's why they like to keep the war going. So Trump's been doing multiple strategies to get these guys to actually end the war, and that includes Putin, right? So, and remember, this all came out of the Biden administration, where Trump, they were saying you stop doing what you're doing, in the Ukraine, and the basically Biden and the Secretary of State at the time were just like mocking him off, just get lost. And of course, after they did that in February 2022, then Russia invaded, right? So there's a lot of backstory there. But yeah, it's pretty bad. And of course, Trump's just trying to end the bloodshed there and finish the war off. So it looks like they're making some progress. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get over the line and that people can stop dying as well. Now, the other thing, of course, a lot of people don't know is that getting Ukraine, they want to get Ukraine into the EU. That would be a disaster. So here's the terrible disaster that I don't know how many Ukrainians have even thought of. All the young men and Ukrainians at the front lines fighting a vicious war, which is a pointless war. It's a pointless war. And if any war was had meaning, it is a pointless war. And then they go back home. Let's say they go back home, and let's say that Ukraine gets into the EU, that they would then be required to take all the invaders into their land as well. And so they would lose one way or the other. So they either lose against the Russians or they lose against the invaders, because they'll have to accept all the invaders coming into their country. You guys know what I'm talking about, into their country. And so they lose. It's going to be horrific. They'll end up like Germany and France and the rest of the basket cases. And so, yeah, it is pretty bad. So a lot of people don't realize that they'll be having to take in all the invaders in their country, which would be, just crazy. So that's some of the bad stuff there. Hopefully Trump gets it settled so that people stop dying at the very least. That'd be very cool. So we've got all those issues. So we've got obviously the progressives and the Marxists collapsing the West. We've got the deep state. We've got Jerome Powell and interest rates. And of course, we've got wars, right? We've got wars. Now, the final thing, and this is the kicker. So just like we saw back in Trump's first term, with what they did between the Democrats and the Chinese political party, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. Just like they did then to try and damage Trump. Look what they possibly could do during this election. What is it? So we know President Xi has talked about not doing any invasion of Taiwan during Trump's term. He said that to Trump. Now, Trump obviously takes that, with what it is there, because we know that they turn they betray what they say often. But of course, what would be the one last big move they could make against Trump, right, during the golden age of America? And that is an invasion of Taiwan. And of course, the Democrats would be quite happy for that to happen. And so let's see how that all plays out moving forward. So those are the risks. Thought we should go through some of the risks moving forward. But Trump, of course, is using multi strategies to try and dampen down all those variables that I just talked about. And of course, we see, the vice president talking, Europe to the progressives and Marxists, saying, "Hey, you guys need to pull back what you guys are trying to do, trying to undermine all that." And of course, we see that at the White House meeting today with all the European leaders. So a lot of the stuff is going on. Trump is using a lot of methods to trying to deal with these people after he certainly got used to them in his first presidency. So let's see where it goes. In the meantime, we're going to look for the positive side of things, which is the golden age of America, and it's going to be quite mind-boggling. We saw Trump talking about upgrading all the U.S. cities, and they definitely need modernization. We know the infrastructure need modernization in the U.S. as well, and particularly that we're going to see some exciting stuff, particularly in red states, where it's going to be a lot easier to actually develop. We know the blue states don't really care about the people, but they just leave their cities into chaos and the rest of it. And so, yeah, we're going to look for that golden age of America and prosperity. I'm expecting, based on Scott Bessent, who's been very accurate up to this point, is the Treasury Secretary, for those that don't know, to have probably head towards 5 or 6% GDP, which would be unbelievable, and we probably haven't seen that since the 1940s. So we're about to really enter the golden age of America, and it's all going to happen pretty fast. So pretty awesome with that. We saw a tax bill that they've got 100% expensing for the first year. That's going to be an absolute investment boom on top of all the trillions that they've had from private and sovereign states into America, well in excess of $16 trillion. So record-breaking numbers. We're going to expect to see a lot of that happen. And of course, the technological advancement with AI and of course, advanced materials and things like that. It's going to be awesome, guys. Really exciting times ahead. So we've got the golden age of America. We get those interest rate cuts, enough pressure. Hopefully we get 25 basis point cut. That'd be pretty exciting. And that leads us into, of course, the Jackson Hole there with Jerome Powell. And of course, investors are currently pricing in around about an 83% chance of a 25 basis point cut in September. This would be the final seal of approval, really, for altcoin season and the banana run. Will shock the market if we don't get it? I don't think so. I think the markets will probably hold up. We'll probably have a little bit of volatility. but I think we'll continue to power on because we've got so many mega things, obviously with the strategic ETH reserves and all that coming up. So I think that's going to be pretty bullish moving forward. So that is kind of where we are right now with the market. So we'll see what he says. Hopefully we'll get some positive moves around signals there. Now he should have already been cutting interest rates. We should already have something like 50 to 150 basis points cut. That's up to 1.5 percentage points. And that would get us from 4.5% down to maybe 3%, and with inflation around about 2.7%, right? So this is kind of the numbers. Up at 4.5 is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous number. And so if we get that rate cut, of course, lower rates means lower rates and safer investments. And of course, that means risk on, more risk on. We already know that we got record monetary printing, right, with the M2 supply. So it's really game on there. So everything is lining up. All the stars are aligning. I outlined some of the risks that we still have. Let's be pragmatic, right? Not live in la la land. But on the other hand, we got the golden age. We've got the golden age of America. We've got the perfect lineup of everything we could possibly dream of for a crypto super cycle, really. It's going to be pretty amazing as well. So it's going to be pretty fun. Let's see how it all goes. And September 17th, let's bring it on. Bring it on. And of course, we just had the earnings season on stock market. It was very good. So let's see how we go. And we're coming into the age of intelligence, right? What some people call the fourth industrial age or fifth industrial age, depending on who you're asking. It is pretty exciting where we are going. Now, let's go to the Fed rate monitor, quickly see how this is playing out. 4 weeks and 1 day to go. 17 hours to the 17th of September, and we have 83% of the market expecting a 25 basis point cut. And of course, we're excited about that. So we're ticking away 4 weeks. And you guys know we've got PulseChain marketing coming up probably within the week, I guess, landing in the United States. And of course, distribution probably take a few weeks, and then we're going to have more and more over the next couple of months, is from what I can tell. So we've got PulseChain marketing, we've got interest rate cuts, we've got record monetary supply, we've got mad investment coming in from institutions of the crypto flooding in based on the Genius Act, and of course, stablecoin boom, tokenization. It really is amazing. We're going to see some pretty powerful things, payment systems. It's game on. And of course, about to bring the stock market onto crypto with the SEC and the Crypto Act there and clear regulations. It is just boom. We're probably going to see by October some methods for government accumulation, either through strategic Bitcoin stockpile or the altcoin pile. And it's going to be pretty game on there as well. I think we're going to see some interesting techniques there for trying to pick up more crypto for the sovereign state, as opposed to just acquisitions from people. So it's pretty game on. It's really, stars are aligning, which brings us into crypto. Let's go to the full screen here as well. And actually, I don't even know if we've got the same setup, but we'll give it a try. Before we do, though, we've got a couple of comments in the chat. Let's see here. Where are we going? Maybe Wookie can make an appearance on 6. Well, we'll see. We'll twist his arm. Only if Wookie wears one of those costumes on the show. Yeah, he loves wearing the costumes, and of course, he looks good wearing them. So look forward to seeing that, Wookie. Thomas says, will be cool to see the Unity shows on the Titanx Hub. Says Tombos there. That would be very cool, Tombos. Hit up Mike Dean. Wookie's in the house says Wookie can wear his Wookie suit. Make sure that you've put your brush and dustbin. We got the Fast Abdul in the house there, the founder of Ink Printer. And of course, I'm here for the tech. Now, Fast Abdul, don't you have another project launching called Inthinkerate or something? Let me know in the chat there. I saw it somewhere, and I haven't been able to see anything else about it. So let me know. Let me know about that. Blair in the house there. Hi, all. Good to see you, Blair. Big shout out there, and welcome to the chat as well. We've got a great bunch of people watching right now. Really do appreciate everybody's support. If you're on X, don't forget to smash the follow button on X right now. Just take a moment. And of course, hit the repost button on the live show. That'd be really great. I will post the links to Unity underneath that video. I guess actually, I could probably do it now. But we've also got good people following on YouTube as well. So big shout out there. Smash the subscribe button. All right. Let's see. Let's see where we're going. We're going over here. Let's try that page. Is this going to work? Let's see. Yay, it worked. All right, cool. So we got the market cap at 4.013 trillion. So we're still over 4 trillion. We are still a small market cap. Okay, 4 trillion, still small. Down 1.4% right now. We've got 18,218 coins on CoinGecko. Looking at Bitcoin is at 116,367, just having that cool period. And of course, the other day we saw it hit 124,000 live on the show. It was so awesome, wasn't it? Record time. And of course, we know we're just gearing up really for that move to 130, 140 mark. and at the moment we are down 1.1%. So Ethereum, $4,331, down 3.7% after hitting what we've got around 4,800. And of course, this is just a little pullback on the way to glory for Ethereum, because we know that millions of Ethereum are going to be accumulated by the strategic ETH acquisition companies. And of course, Bitmine is one of those, right? So exciting times. XRP right now is down 0.9% at $3.06. Of course, they're going to be a key beneficiary of the payments theme, right, with the interbank payments in particular. So that's one of the themes there that are going to do well from that. BNB down 1.1% for $851 at number 5. Solana down 3.9% at $184. We got Cardano there, ADA, down 4.6% at 92 cents, just 93 cents, let's say. We got Doge there at number 10. And of course, we had a flipping of Tron out, didn't we, last week? And that's down 4.9% at 22.4 cents right now. And, there's about a $500 million gap between Tron at number 11 and Dogecoin there. So it's going to be a bit of battle there, I think. And it's going to be fun to watch. Now, the best performer over the last 24 hours in terms of not being down so much is, from the looks of it, is XRP, only down 0.9% at $3.06. Best performer over the last week has been Cardano or ADA, up 20.3%, and that's a big difference between the others. So Cardano there or ADA there doing the best, number 9. Now, top performer in the top 100, we've got Mantle or MNT, up 161% for the week. OKB. I don't know how I missed that one. OKB up 161%. Then we've got Mantle at number 2, 35%. Number 3 is Chainlink at 24%. Cardano, the ADA, up 20%, and Arbitrum, they're up 70%. So we've got one top 10 performer. The rest of them are kind of in the middle of the pack, except for Chainlink, which is at number 12 out of the top 100. So that's our best performers. So a lot of, a lot of utility type top tier protocols. Top 1,000, we've got Joystick up 313%, OZXZoo up 26%, and Hetrick there up by 28% right now. Let's have a quick look at, these are the top gainers in the top 1,000. So we're moving to a bigger mark here. We're going to have a quick look at Joystick, see how that is going. 914 is its position in the top 1,000. It's been around since the 14th of August, so not too long at all. Not too long at all, indeed. So what's that, 5-6 days, and it is pretty much down right now. I'm not really sure what it's doing here, but it is down right now. Anyway, it is on the BSC chain there. Let's have a quick look at Joystick's Lab, the most intriguing space for Web3 gaming and entertainment. So that's on the play there at the moment on that one. So I thought they might have a bit more. There's a problem with when you have gaming and entertainment, and there's hardly any gaming entertainment on the website homepage. They've got little pictures here, which is fine. But they've got the app over here. So let's go to the website. You would think that they should actually have a bit more visual impact there. So there's a bit of feedback there for Joystick Labs. Looking at the thing, their most intriguing space for Web3 gaming. I clicked on the adapt there. It doesn't show much at all. So, they could probably work on that a little bit. The button's not working either. So there we go. That is that. A little bit of feedback here. Live on the Crypto Night Show. The next one, of course, is OZXZoo. OKZoo there. And got max period here as well. It's been around since the 25th of April, couple months, and having a nice little move up here to $1.25. So started off here at 9.7 cents. It's up $1.25. So really looking really good there. It's on BSC chain, and let's have a look at the app there. OKZoo, and that's got a lot of cool little digits here with the old, what do you call this style? I always forget, but basically pixel type of images. So that is there. It's kind of pretty random, pretty random. I'm not even quite sure what it is. Primer, AI, infrastructure, etc. So you can check that out. Some sort of AI type of things, and NFTs and things like that. So mixed bag there. What else there? That's sitting at number 949. Finally, let's get the last one there. Hetrick. We've had some changes in the list here, so that obviously moves around. So we're going to probably leave it there. Those two, that's good enough. And top trending coins: Chainlink, Bitcoin, and Pump Fun. Now, I've been on Pump Fun. Have you guys been on Pump Fun? Now, anybody can launch their own token over there on the Solana chain. It is kind of easy from that point of view, but the UI is pretty crappy. I don't know. I just don't really enjoy it. But I've done a few little mini live streams there, and it's a little bit hard to use. So it's got quite limited features. But maybe they'll upgrade it a lot. And if they do upgrade it to like a 2.0 and it's a lot better, then I think it's going to be pretty well. But basically, you've got thousands of people pretty much sitting at home wearing no t-shirt and I don't know, talking about whatever. It's cool. Power to the people. Right, so there we are. That's Pump Fun on that one. So that's what we got at the moment. 4 trillion in the market cap. We got Bitcoin at sitting 116,300, and we got Ethereum there at $4,300 right now. That is the mark, and of course, getting ready for that next move as we go. And of course, that Jackson Hole meeting around interest rates could be what we need to get a nice injection in tomorrow's markets. Pretty much it. All right. So that is pretty much it on the crypto markets. We're going to go deep dive into PulseChain. And of course, if you didn't check out, we had Unity launch at the beginning of the live stream. So check out all that. Spent 25 minutes covering Unity. And we're going to be doing probably a second live stream later today because it's exciting. It's exciting. We're excited for what Unity will do on PulseChain, particularly with offering high APRs and or ROIs. And of course, burning PulseX to the ground. It's going to be fun as well. Don't forget to get in the chat there also as well. Now, I wanted to, so I was going to go look for something, didn't I? That I didn't talk about yet. I was going to be looking for something here. I'm not sure. I forgot what it was, but it was going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Yeah, what was it? What was I going to be doing? Let's see here. I'm just trying to find it. I'm just trying to find it quickly. Had some ideas. Actually, we're going to probably might even look at. Let's see here. Let's see if it's got it. Just one moment. Give me a moment to find the stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's there. Just quickly looking through. Yeah. So actually, I might pull that up. Actually, we're going to look at that, but we'll do that at the end. So let's go to PulseChain, shall we? And have a look at the results for day 830. Can you believe it? 830 on PulseChain. And I haven't quite got my Superman curl on today. Was it yesterday or the day before? It was like just naturally there. It's awesome. When my curl actually goes there, I actually feel like a surge of power for this thing. Anyway, jokes aside, let's get into PulseChain results. And we got PulseChain day 830. We got Pulse price at the moment, quadruple 052. Down 4.13% right now, so a little bit of a pullback happening. We are at 52% of mean sacrifice price. We seem to be stuck around that. Have you guys noticed? We're either just below it or just above it. We're at 50% there, which is pretty crazy. Now, some of those people that had early sacrifices with big, multipliers, they would be, in the money still at the moment. I mean, it's been a long time, 130 days, but you get the idea. PulseX right now, quadruple 04, down 3.36%. What do we have yesterday? About $3.84 million coming into the bridge. It had some of that money has been used. I don't know what the full calculation is, and maybe that's what I was looking for before was the calculations. But yeah, they probably used a little bit of that money to pump the market, and of course got sold into the market and PulseChain. But yeah, we may expect. I don't know. This is what I was going to talk about. Was we may expect to see a God mode candle maybe leading into the marketing. And those digital devices land. Maybe that's the reason for all the money coming in right now by the market makers. And so, yeah, maybe we're gearing up for God mode candles on the PulseChain, yeah, boy, for the marketing. I don't know, that's crazy. I'm going to have to rug pull myself off the channel. But you just never know. You just never know.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment because it's easier to get them because it takes less economic energy because there's less of it for sale.
Yeah, I mean, just never know, dear. Just never know. So keep a lookout for that. And what at the moment, PulseX, quadruple 04, down 3.36%. The buy and burn sitting at 7.61%. And that's what we're going to be looking at as a reference point, right? A reference point for the buy and burn going forward. So, yeah, we've already had hundreds of millions get burned there. We got 1.5 trillion so far burned. So just keep an idea. We burnt through Unity today almost half a billion. So yeah, we could really start to add to this burn. So it's going to be fun how to see how that plays out and see the acceleration in the burn here on PulseX, 7.61%. Now in Signum token at the moment, $1.96, down 5.1%, and we've got Hex at the moment 1.16 cents, down almost 9.6%. So we, with thinner liquidity pools, incentive token was cut down all the way back down to 0.03 ink per second, which is about 2,600 ink per year. It's pretty low, right, in inflation, but obviously we have thinner liquidity pools since then, earlier in the year, and now, of course, we get more volatility, right, with the liquidity. So we get on the way up, we get on the way down, and so down 9.5% right now. So EHEX at the moment, 2,100th of penny. So EHEX has made a nice little rebound, a bit of a counter move on the old EHEX. It is at the bottom of the range last time I checked in terms of relationship between EHEX and PX, and the combined price of EHEX and PX are right now 1.38 cents. So it's last train. Everyone's talking about the fact that if it gets over 3 cents on the old Hex combined, it's probably game over, right? Probably game over. So in other words, it's up and to the right, and so you didn't get your cheap opportunity to accumulate. That's pretty much it. That's the idea. So day 830, 830. Let's go to gas prices. What else are we going to say? 851,000 beats right now, 2 cents for a PulseX swap. We got Velas right now. Let's look at 52,669, pretty much similar to what we've had like last week. And then the bridge, of course, is what we're all looking at. 113.8 million. Isn't that fantastic? Wow, wow, wow. Isn't that awesome? So looking good there. EHEX, of course, contributing to that, because we're at 21/100th of a penny. Imagine EHEX going to 1 cent. You're already up at 100 million just on EHEX alone, pretty close to that. Not quite, but 80 million, let's say 85 million. Pretty awesome. And of course, we've got Bitcoin there, 26 Bitcoin. Now we're going to keep an eye on the Bitcoin. There's theories around Bitcoin coming over. If you guys know what I mean, but I don't know if we'll see that. But it's always outside chance. We got 5.9 million USD Tether. No change in coast there right now. Let's actually get my snapshot. You guys know I got a snapshot from 11 days ago. 11 days ago, I think it is. Yeah, 11 days ago. We're sitting at 107.4 million in the snapshot 11 days ago. We're now at 113.8 million. So we're up pretty nicely, really. What's that? $6.4 million we're up over the last 11 days. So that's pretty cool. We're heading in the right direction. You remember we were stuck down at like 38 million or something, 42 million, all the way on the bottom there. Now we're way back up here. So, things are heading in the right direction. Bit of patience, guys. It's heading all in, going the right way. So what do we have there? We're up 255 ETH. We're up 255 ETH over the last 11 days. DAI is actually down. Oh no, DAI is actually up. Up. What is that? About 1.75 million or something like that. So 23, 24. Yeah, about 1.75 million up on the DAI. So everything's heading up. Nice. And of course, EHEX there. We were sitting at 18.9 million. We're now at 20.5. So that's a really big contributor. USDC, we were sitting at 17.6 million. We're now at 19.1 million. So that's a big move there. So we got a big move on all the key currencies coming over the chain. And of course, EHEX up as well. And then we've got USD Tether has been a big surprise to the upside. We're at 5.2 million. We're now at 5.9. So we don't normally see such big moves on USD Tether, but we're actually up pretty nicely there. What's that, about almost $700,000 in the USD Tether. So that's a really nice change. Now, the only thing that we're slightly down on the wrap Bitcoin. We had a rounded number 27. We've got a rounded number 26 now. So that's the K. So good news, guys. So the prices might be a little bit depressed at the moment, but actually we're up over 11 days quite nicely. So may that continue, right? May that continue. Great times on PulseChain, says Frank Wright. Absolutely great times on PulseChain. Very excited about where we're heading. So we've got a great bunch of people watching right now. If you haven't smashed the like on YouTube or on X, definitely smash it. Leave you in comments as well. Also, don't forget to follow on X as well. Hit the follow button. It really does help a lot. Subscribe on YouTube. We're streaming to 3 YouTube channels and, of course, on X. And, of course, if you haven't joined our strategy club, the link's in the video description on YouTube. And, of course, you can find it, I think, at the top of the X profile. Only $35 a month to join strategy club. It is awesome in there. You get a monthly strategic report. It's pretty comprehensive, covering all markets and news and everything like that, right down to some different categories, investable categories. We also have the top 10 index on PulseChain, the Kryptonite Show special. We do strategy chats, and of course, we have lots of intel going in there on a regular basis in there as well. So jump into Strategy Club. Awesome stuff there. And if you just want to be a Discord member, that's $12.50 a month. So we've got 2 options here. See you in the Strategy Club today. All right, so that's kind of the mark there. Let's jump over to where we are on the markets. We've got $32 million, so that's nice. Nice little bump in the markets. And we've got the top performers right now over the last 24 hours. Now, obviously, I'm just covering the default view here on Dex Screener, 24-hour trending. But, of course, nothing's financial advice. We have new coins launching every day. So just because I'm talking about it doesn't mean I'm endorsing it all. Some of the new ones I don't know anything about, right? Don't have a chance to check them. So just take note of that. But at the moment, we got Dora. It's been around for 6 hours. Dora with hat. So, probably just another pump tires. We've got tons of pump tires flowing over the PulseChain. It's up 651%. We've got DevC. DevCoin been around for 2 days. It's up 195% there. At number 4, we've got Synthesis DeFi. Now, this team has been around a little bit. It's been around for 8 months, and that's up 91%. So nice little pump there from Side. And so big shout out to the team there. And look, you can see the market makers come in here. Not sure whether they've had some sort of additional launch, but they've had massive increase in volumes there. And the chart has pumped. And, of course, went all the way. I guess what here? The price was 5 zeros, 2,200. Went all the way up to 3013, so a massive re-rate there on that mega pump. And that's from the team. And I did recently join that Telegram group a couple of days back. That was up 6,000% in 3 days. Pretty amazing. And is up currently, was 11.6x right now, up 1,000% in 12 days. So a spectacular return there if you managed to be into the side trade or synthesis DeFi there. They've got a website and everything else that we might quickly check it. Synthesis DeFi is a proprietary trading firm specializing in DeFi. They have a basket of strategies: market making, backstop liquidity, cash and carry, dividend portfolio arbitrage, and lending. And the side is bonded to RWA and DeFi by implementing rebalance, buyback, and LP from various sources yields. But they definitely had some major move here. So you have to check out what was causing that. But the website, let's have a quick look at that. And that is it's got the homepage, got DeFi and WA yield and token. What else there? Our edge, fragmentation of yield opportunities. So you can check it out. DeFi and trade yield, buybacks, and LPs. I think we've got a plus button there. Yeah. Basket of strategy includes market making, backstop liquidity, cash and carry. So it looks pretty exotic, doesn't it? They've got some integrations as well. Let's see what that's all about. Liquidity, PulseX, Injective, Real Estate, Agriculture, Aave, Liquid Loans, Unity, and Energy. So it's got quite a few features. I'm not going to talk about those now. Obviously, we're just having a quick look at it. But you can definitely check that out and do your due diligence if you're interested in that. But of course, had a pretty massive pump recently. Let's go to the beginning of the chart. That is the chart right now. So, wow, pretty crazy. But look at the volume just came out of nowhere here. So definitely want to find out why that happened, right? Yeah, there we go. We got Zendog. Of course, Zendog was big on Ethereum, wasn't it? Solana or Ethereum, one of the two, and coming over to PulseChain. Pump tires there from the looks of it, and been around. Actually, not pump tires, been around. Maybe it's pump tires there, 6 months. Yeah, looks like pump tires then. 28% at the moment on that one. We've got Peppy pump tires, been around 6 months, 22% there. Bella the dog, 6 days ago, 21%. Most of these will be pump tires these days. Pulse Guy, up 18% there right now. Liquid Loans, they were on the PulseChain conference, weren't they, with Maddie Allen? And they're up 6% right now. And of course, they've doing a lot of development work, a lot of promotional work, but have also faced a lot of criticism around the sacrifice and the size of the liquidity and things like that in the pool. So that is Liquid Loans sitting on them. Time Dividend at the moment, they're performing like a boss, over 80,000 downloads. And of course, you earn a share of the swapping fees. That has been a success. So these are two big sacrifice projects that launched when we had a whole era of sacrifice projects. We've still got a couple left to go. And we went through them actually yesterday in Discord. This is the sort of thing we do in Discord. We're such geeks. But we went through all the sacrifices and looked at what was performing well, what was okay, what was a rug pull, and all sorts of stuff. It was a pretty hilarious little session we did in Discord. But if you want to join Discord, that's the sort of thing we do. We go through and do all these nerd little things and jump in there today. It's really, really fun to do. All right, so we got Staked ETH there, down up 5% right now. Impulse up 5% also. Bullseye has been around for 9 months, up 5% almost. Sparta, which if you like hex DAOs, if you like back hex, Sparta's like a hex leverage play. It's number 16, up 4.4%. PulseChain is kind of a relatively new entrant, 2 months. They seem to be getting bigger user adoption and doing little airdrops, but PulseChain out there up 4% as well. That's kind of a utility project. Trump Pump Tires up 3.6%. So we've got lots of little meme coins and stuff in here, haven't we? And we've got a few little exotic, I guess, DeFi and utilities in the top sort of 20. Talking about utilities, we've got fork tokens as well. Obviously, PulseChain is a full system state fork of Ethereum based on the 10th of May, 2023. And of course, went live on the 13th of May, 2023. We've got Aave token there up 3.5%. So some of these fork tokens, really interesting to see where the valuation will go. And it was something that Richard Hart, the founder of PulseChain, often talked about. What's the shared psychology on markets and what will all these fork tokens be worth in the future? And here we are, 830 days later, and we get to know that the Aave token is worth 52 cents. So there we go. And the market cap is 8.4 million. So there we go. That's the idea. Now, 90mm, of course, is number 20, wrapping up our top 20. And that is sitting at 2.3 cents. And 90mm, of course, is our second biggest DEX after PulseX. And that is currently sitting at the market value valuation of 2.3 million. Now, I suggest to you, if we get this big bull run on PulseChain, these market values are going to get blown out of the water, particularly the DEXs, right? We all know DEXs get re-rated when we get into the FOMO because they're basically doing all the volume transactions, right? And earning fees generally, depending on how they're set up. So pretty exciting there. GoPulse at the moment, big utility platform as well. Also has some controversy around the swapping fees. Been some really bad swaps on there. There's some good swaps, but some big players have lost a lot of money to fees. So there's some controversy there. 10.6 cents right now, $1.7 million market cap. What else we got going? They're pretty much at down number 28. We've got green candles on these on the 24 hours. So only just less than a third of the top 100 are actually green today. So not a great day on PulseChain, despite the fact that our bridge money is going up and away. We just saw that's gone up over 11 days, about 6.7 million. It's just the way it is. Now, obviously, there's got PulseX down here, slightly out of the money. We've got some big protocols here. SolidX down 3% right now. We've got definitely a lot of projects here. The meme coins probably being hit quite hard as well on these, except for the new pump tires and a few exotics right at the top. We're going to have to wait for everything to settle down on our PulseChain. We've got Saul Sun Minimal, had a big update from the founder, of course, Wolfgang. Mad Wolfgang, and they're in good old Germany. I think it's Germany. Is it Netherlands? Maybe Netherlands, somewhere Germany and Netherlands, somewhere like that. Down 8% right now at 4.6 cents. Now they have a massive buy and burn treasury. They just using it when they want to, right? So if you didn't, the big update there. If you're in Strategy Club, you'll be getting a little update around Sun Minimal. So that's another reason to join up. It's just exciting. We're going to look for that. So we are expecting good things coming up September, October for Source on Minimal, and maybe even this month possibly. All right, so that's kind of the play there. We've got Teddy Taker down here, PDC the Grey. So we've got a lot of the heavyweights are out of down today, a few percentage points, 5-6%, as we can see. Top Hat as well. So yeah, a lot of the leading protocols are all down today. We can see them all the way down here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but they're definitely under pressure. We've even got tokens like Peacock down 18% right now. So the meme coins there, nice time to pick up some of these, I guess, arguably premium meme coins. I mean, Liberty Swaps Peacock down 18% today. We got Rack and Michelle's supported token, Briar token, down 30% today. And it looks like it's really pushing new lows right now. And of course, they're going to be supported with Rack and Michelle's platforms, right? Let's have a quick look at Peacock first on the memes. And of course, that is charts on a bit of a pullback down to 18%, but the chart's still looking pretty good, right? And of course, this is based on Liberty Swap, which is bringing 40 chains over to PulseChain and has been operating very well in terms of bridging. And so that's a Peacock right now. And of course, that is the place from Liberty Swap. Now, obviously, the other one we've been looking at is Briar token. This is going to get big support. So this is getting really sold off right now. And we're pushing newer lows here. And we're really down in this previous resistance area. You can see right where we had the beginning. And of course, these are very weak because it's only a new chart. But we broke down all past the Fibonacci 78.6. And that was sitting at 8,200. And now we're half of that now. So we're down at 4,700 right now on the price. So what a beautiful place to pick up. So we've got old Briar there. Let's have a look at Rack and Michelle. Obviously, he's going to be supporting it in all his platforms. They're going to be launching within the next 27 days, probably 26 days now because, days are ticking down. But he's got up to, I think, 6 platforms. Of course, the bigger ones are going to probably be Coinwell, which is going to have a staking and the DEX and everything else in it. It's going to be a premium site too. Access only allowed to certain projects, quality and stuff like that. But he's obviously intending to bring the big money from his big investors. As you guys know, Rack and Michelle, the biggest PulseX and PulseChain sacrifice, at least the consortium that he set up. And of course, also he's been waiting to launch these. Now the SEC has been defeated. He's free to launch all these protocols, and exciting there. Now, I must say, I really do like the branding he's done. So he's done some good thoughts around this, and Coinwell there looking very good. Now, why is this important? Because he's obviously got a lot of wealthy, clients out there that are willing to invest a lot of money into PulseChain, but he's got to do it in a way that they're used to, right? So he's going for a very sort of a blue chip type of setup, which is great. We need that. As you guys know, we've got Sun Minimal, which is our first corporate coming to PulseChain, but we've got all these mega themes, right? We've got the strategic ETH reserves. Now, we're going to have strategic PulseChain reserves, things like that, We want to, ride all these themes. Tokenization, we want to ride that, right? I guess we got some sort of things like that at the moment, like the Fitzgerald company, maybe Love.io to some extent, mixing, fitting in there as well. But yeah, we need more of this sort of stuff. And, even if it's kind of premium, then it's good. We need that part of the market. So yeah, pretty nice there from Rack and Michelle. So yeah, and of course that's going to be supported, right? It's going to be supporting all the stuff that we're going to have with Briar. So apparently Briar's going to be supported. So we're going to see that. It's going to have staking and everything else. So yeah, at the moment, the price is kind of irrational, right? But then you've got to get rid of all the early peoples that had a lot of Briar, right? And redistribute. That's kind of the play there. So we're going to keep a lookout for that. So that's pretty much it on the top 100s. Now we're going to get to the monster thread. Woohoo! The monster thread. We're 110 minutes on the hour. We've got a few new people in the chat there as well. We've got Francia. Good to see you, Francia, as always. Always a pleasure to see you. So welcome to the chat there. If you're on X, a big welcome also. Let's get into the monster thread. This just came out hot off the press yesterday. And guess what? I'm going to break some news here. But the monster thread did amazing for week number 14. It hit over almost 47,000 views. Can you believe it? 47,000 views. Amazing. Just remember that week one, it had a great start to the first week. I think it did something, I'm just got to remember the top of my head, but something like maybe 16,000 views, something like that. And then now on week number 14, it just finished, did pretty much 47,000 views, I think it was, in that mark. So amazing. So what will monster thread number 15 do? Now, this is pretty much PulseChain's weekly newsletter now. It's got all the hottest things. It's got the people doing great things. It's got DeFi projects, everything you could possibly want in a newsletter, and it is absolutely doing amazing. And it's the easiest thing to share around, right? We need something that people can share. It's all about the community, and it's something that people can get new onboards to share. If you're busy and you can't catch up with things, it's a perfect thing to check out because it's basically got all the news from across of all the PulseChain community. I mean, really, no rock is unturned for that. So pretty exciting there. And of course, Crypto MVS is the promotional lead at the Kryptonite Show, and of course, the editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread. And here it is, number 15 is out. So I'm going to post this link in the chat there. If you guys are on X, then you can just see it on the main timeline. So definitely check that out. I don't know what's going on here, but let's post that in. So that is the monster thread. Let me just type that word. Monster, I guess 15 is satisfactory. And bam, there it is. So check it out, and don't forget to share it around. Perfect onboarding tool for new people, right? To get up to speed with what's PulseChain all about. They can go through and read now 15 in monster threads. 15. That's 15 weeks in a row. Amazing stuff, right? Amazing stuff. So definitely check that out. It's into month 4, I guess one might argue. So that is kind of cool. So monster thread is out. So let's quickly go through some of these teasers. We've got Richard Hart's Train. What the heck? A billionaire's appearance. Of course, Somi's milestone and much more. So let's get into all that. Of course, that's a publication of the Kryptonite Show. And of course, we really enjoy bringing it to the PulseChain community. So PulseChain's glorious train. PulseChain's train is coming with a GIF urging readiness for greatness and mass marketing to pump the ecosystem. So obviously we're expecting 200,000 electronic devices to land in the US probably within the next week, and of course get distributed as well. So that's going to be pretty awesome. So who's distributing it? RS Griffin is doing it in the United States, and of course we're going to have other people doing it in other countries as more devices get freighted around the world. So we're going to expect multiple freights coming into the United States there, 200,000 lots at a time from the looks of it. So yeah, 200,000 electronic devices landing with distribution sites. Now, people are speculating about what these are. What sort of big promotions are these? And of course, maybe a few people know. Maybe some of the RG3 guys know. Maybe SJ Wild knows. Maybe some of those people know. But yeah, the Griffins people are going to definitely know, right? Because they're the one going to be distributing it. So yeah, getting an awesome van offer. So they got a nice van offer, and so we're doing a big shout out there to Red White Baller, Ballwell there, Hunter Baller, offered some of his vans. He's got a whole ton of vans. And so that's going to get distributed there. So fantastic. See how the community just steps up really when you need it. Awesome stuff. Now, we also had the ladies. The ladies have been crushing. If you didn't check out Monster number 14, the ladies in PulseChain are really amazing. They honestly, they are really active. And they mean really good role model there for the men to get really step up more. But man, the ladies have been crushing it. And you can see it here. We've got the ladies show here, and you've got some of the biggest female influencers on PulseChain all on here, and some new ones. This is the cool thing. So you got Crypto Class, you got Hot Pro, you got Vibra, you got Crypto Stylist. They're all here, but you got all these new people. Look, you got Jen Rochelle, of course, with Michelle's a new wife, and you got Crypto Bella there as well. And look at Crypto Bella. I think she was on the conference there looking for a date, which is pretty fun. And then we got Claudia King there as well. In the house as well, of course, TV vlog personality. So pretty exciting, right? Pretty exciting. The ladies in PulseChain are absolutely leading the way. And boy, really intelligent discussions, super insightful. So big shout out to them. They're doing amazing there. And of course, you got Fast Abdul in the house as well. Is he a mascot? I don't know. Fast Abdul, are you the mascot? I don't know, but he's in there. And of course, who's the other guy that's often on there? Brizology. Brizology is often in the ladies one as well. They're representing the men, I guess. We got Somi video milestone there. We got Somi hits an astonishing milestone of 5,555 videos published. So congratulations to him. Obviously, he does, I don't know, how many does he publish a day? 20 a day or something like that. But with community support from DJ Cryptomatic and Captain, everyone there celebrating his 5,555 videos there. Of course, that is the max hex staking period, right? So very cool. What's that? 15.2 years. Amazing stuff. HexScout, of course, huge partners. HexScout brings on new cross-chain partners. Now we talked about Peacock Mooncoin and of course Liberty Swap bring 40 chains to PulseChain. And of course, recently they've enabled some pretty major enables there around DAI. Now you can bring DAI from Ethereum, which is pretty cool, and gasless transactions, I think, from base chains. They've got lots of cool stuff happening there. But now we're going to have another huge on-ramp with 150 chains. And of course, HexScout there managed to get a big sponsor there. So big shout out to the big sponsor. And of course, $50,000 there contributed to get that happening. So we've got Hyperlane is coming to PulseChain with a collaboration with Ramp Now. Obviously, with is another big on-ramp to PulseChain, particularly supporting Sun Minimal and things like that. So really huge. 150 change, guys. So really, there's going to be no hurdles for capital to flow onto PulseChain. This is a mega hyper bullish. I cannot tell you. So we've had Ramp Now, we've had Banksa, which had a few technical issues, but then we had Ramp Now, which is online and been a huge amount of USDC coming through Ramp Now, and particularly supporting Sun Minimal with their buy and burns, 20% buy and burns. And then we've had, of course, Liberty Swap come out of nowhere doing amazing things, and of course ramping up to 40 chains coming to PulseChain, and of course bring all the stable coins in. So 40 chains in, right? 40 chains in into PulseChain really is awesome. And of course, it's making life easy for all of you guys out there in the PulseChain community. Is amazing. Of course, that's been awesome. And now we've got Hyperlane, 150 chains coming to PulseChain. If you don't think that we're getting ready for this big bull market, you are crazy, because this is absolutely enablers. It's amazing. And of course, maybe within a week, we could have the first marketing from Richard Hart landing as well. The timing just seems incredible. So there are definitely a lot of people moving behind the scenes to get ready, PulseChain ready for the mega run. It is very exciting there. Kind of cool. We got Starboy there, and with the old Zen ticker. We got Frank White as well. Yeah, Hyperlane adding Pulse is bullish, absolutely mega bullish, guys. This is unbelievable, and bring it on. We're really entering takeoff time, guys. Like I say, I think 1 week to 4 weeks we've got to go. It really is taking off time here, so accumulate while you can. That's all I can say. Now we've had, obviously talked about a lot of people about going to multiple platforms. Obviously everyone's on kind of YouTube, X, of course, Telegram, to some degree Discord. But of course, we've got other platforms out there. And of course, we've got Super Hexwin out there. He's on TikTok, starting to blow up on that chain, and encouraging others to get on there as well. Now, I see TikTok more as an entertainment billboard, as opposed to more, some of these other platforms are more discussion orientated, slightly different blue chip marketing, more mature audiences to some degree. So we've got different type of markets. And but this is really blowing up, and it's definitely needed. So if you want to get onto TikTok and start doing some videos over there, anybody can do it, and anyone can start blowing up there and get people excited. Now I think TikTok has certain type of guidelines, so just make sure you fit into those. But apart from that, it is a great place to blow up, and we could get millions of people singing about PulseChain over there. So it really is a great opportunity to expand our reach on PulseChain. Brisbane meetup, of course. I love these meetups. You guys know that these meetups are awesome, because what it really represents is people getting together in the physical world. Obviously, we're always online together, but having meetups is amazing. And look at some of the people in here, some really well-known people. Coexistence, of course, is a PulseChain influencer, crypto influencer. We've also got Heartwood Dog, of course, the hit anime series, amazing, on the right here. And then on the left there, we've got Jimmy and Mayo Hayes there as well. So a nice little meetup there, having a great dinner. And look at those little orange cocktails, I'm not sure, but fantastic. And they're looking to have more meetups in Australia. And this is in Brisbane, Australia, by the way. And so they're going to have more and more meetups there. So pretty exciting there. So big shout out to those guys as well. Brock Pierce, of course. We had a billionaire turn up at the PulseChain conference. And of course, I think he's a Bitcoin billionaire from memory. And so we're really you can see we're starting to gain traction, guys. We've got all these on-ramps coming. We've got all these cool meetups from people, things like that. We've got promotions starting. And, of course, now we've got billionaires speaking at our Pulse conference. Pretty awesome, right? And he gave some really good insights there. Now, Richard Hart reposted that conference, and it was well in excess of 10,000 people watching on the live, and possibly even up to 20,000 people. So pretty exciting there across all the platforms. So huge success there for the 4th annual PulseChain conference. Now, talking about conferences, RH Max has been doing conferences as well, not just Matty Allen now. He's jumped on there to do those. And, of course, he's also had some influence interviews with Firewell, one of the 2 big public whales. So we talked about Rack and Michelle earlier. We obviously got Firewell, a.k.a. SolidX. And, of course, he did a great interview there on RH Max. And we got a few little insights about when he thinks the PulseChain is going to pump and what he's doing with his X game. Of course, we're excited about that. One of the 2 big decentralized casino platforms are going to be launching in the next month or 2. So we've got the intel was that looks like X Games and SolidX and staking and other things are going to be in play within 4 to 6 weeks, which is amazing. That's what I said. We just had Unity launch today, but we've got these big platforms launching in the next month or 2. It is incredible, guys. So think about it. We've got this awesome new on-ramp happening with Hyperlane. Then we've obviously had Unity launch today. And then we've got coming up, we've got SolidX and X Game launching, a big, giant decentralized crypto casino. And, of course, that's going to have multi-chain aspects, at least 4 chains to start with. And, of course, base chain particularly is going to be good. We have lots of big influencers cross-chain as well, not just PulseChain influencers, but well further than that, and potentially a big marketing budget also. So things are really starting to ramp up at the right time. And so 4 to 6 weeks from now, we could see some of those big things happen. SolidX probably go to the moon. And, we've got some exciting stuff. Then what have we got in September? Well, we got on-chain bet from Jacob, right? Arguably the world's best peer-to-peer dev. Of course, launching on-chain bet, and that looks like September. So, yeah, September is going to be legit, guys. Interest rate cuts, marketing from Richard Hart, these big platforms, 2 big decentralized omni-chain, crypto casinos launching. It's going to be insane. Now, the one thing with SolidX too, it's going to have an official license. They're getting a gambling license, and so that's going to be pretty awesome too. Keep a lookout. We've got some major stuff happening right there. Piccadilly PulseChain Expo. Mo Mindset, he's been in the monster thread at least, I think, 3 times now. And why is he in there? Because he's doing fantastic artwork and he's out there promoting PulseChain with it. And he just keeps getting into the monster thread week after week because he's just crushing it. This time, he was at Central Manchester in Piccadilly, showcasing his amazing artwork and love for PulseChain in the town square. Look at that, which is pretty awesome. So big shout out to Mo. Doing absolutely crushing it. Last time he was at a festival and had the mayor. Now he's at the town square here. So Mo Mindset is absolutely living it. So pretty cool. The next big thing, of course, we talked about Rack and Michelle with his Coin Alley, right? So he's got this coming. We've got blue chip stuff happening. This is where we're going to start getting the big private investors, the potentially institutional investors, potentially links into the White House even. That's what the Rackham's teased with Donald Trump Jr. and things like that. We could see a lot of stuff coming from that flow, so we're going to keep a lookout for that. And, of course, he's been showcasing his CoinWell and Coinarchy, right, announcing that they will launch within 27 days. So not only have we got Unity launch today, we got these 2 big on-chain bets, 2 big decentralized casinos launching in September. We've also got, obviously, CoinWell and Coinarchy also launching in September as well. So it's just that September is going to be a mad month for PulseChain, and we're going to have Richard Hart launching his promotions before that, within probably the next week. So before the end of August, it is going to be crazy. September is going to be legit for PulseChain. I don't know what the rest of the market's going to be doing, but PulseChain is going to be having some big heavyweights launch. Pretty awesome there. Now, we obviously had some technical stuff. Everyone likes the geek stuff. You guys know I love the geek stuff. Ben Sierra Pro there releasing Hex Q2 report. Obviously, we talk about Crispy Man doing always the deep dives every week. But we also brought Ben Sierra out there providing a lot of analytical support as well with great insights in this Hex Q2 report. So big shout out to Ben there. Nuclear Herbs, of course, our legal guy in the community, writing a crypto and PulseChain book and seeking community ideas for titles, cover arts, and RH quotes. Doing an amazing job out there. And, of course, Better Bank, man. We're talking about heavyweight protocols launching. We're talking about Unity, talking about SolidX and X Game, talking about on-chain bet, talking about all the on-ramps that are jumping onto the chain. We've got Better Bank just launched, and we haven't had a big hit with TVL like this for a while. Thinking about liquid loans and other protocols like that. But Better Bank hit 20 million TVL, total value locked, incredible start within 10 days, guys, 10 days. So is this a taster? Is this a taster of the protocols that we're going to be seeing on PulseChain? And of course, at the current prices of where PulseChain's at, imagine PulseChain gets starts re-rating. These are going to go up from 20 million to 100 million. You know what I mean? Like this starts to wrap up really quick. And so super excited and celebrate the Better Bank. And of course, those that are in the PDI community absolutely love this, right? Because it took PDI in there. 1.16 billion PDI. And this is from Dirty Crypto's updates. 7.6 million supplied, 486 million borrowed at the time. Of course, that's all gone up now. But man, oh man, what a success there. And of course, it takes Pulse and PulseX in there as well. So there's supply sinks for Pulse and PulseX. And of course, potentially more buy pressure there as people reinvest as well. So absolutely successful there from Better Bank. So big shout out to the team. We got PulseChain Thai, of course. We talked about the meetups here in Australia. We got meetups here in Australia, but we've also got things happening in the UK. And now look at, we're down in Thailand now. Now we're in Thailand. So we're really moving around the world with PulseChain. It is pretty awesome. And you got to celebrate that. So Thailand showcases Hex PulseChain Cafe on Khoi Chang in Thailand, now fully built and filled with marketing material for the community. And this is just one of the pictures. There's many other pictures posted. This is just one of the pictures. If you look at the whole cafe, filled with PulseChain and Hex marketing. Isn't that amazing? And even mixed in there with the ice creams and the soldiers. So how about that? You got PulseX down here, PulseChain, Hex, Ink Token. They really decked this cafe out. So there we go. That's in Thailand, guys. So pretty amazing stuff this week. It's really about the people. We've got DeFi and people together on PulseChain. It really is exciting. Obviously, we saw, was it yesterday, the day before, we saw millions of dollars bridged into PulseChain. And of course, some of it's been used so far. We're going to see what happens this week in the lead up to PulseChain marketing from Richard Hart dropping in America. Multiple sources report millions in stablecoins bridged to PulseChain. And of course, from wallets from Tornado Cash bringing in 2 million plus 4 million total. And of course, we had a number of reports there from Pulse CoinList, PulseChain News, Fast Abdul, Storyteller, and many others sharing charts and news. So that went pretty viral, and we saw a nice little pump in the chart. But are things just getting really to go to the next level? And of course, we might see, as Richard Hart would say,
you could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment because it's easier to get them because it takes less economic energy because there's less of it for sale.
So that's the key point, right? So we don't necessarily need the strategic ETH reserve that PulseChain SAC to operate. There's definitely money flowing over the chain there. Market makers are in play. We've got marketing coming up. So, let's see where things goes, guys. Could be pretty crazy. How is the chess game being played on the PulseChain? Now, we do have a lot of honorable mentions. Michelle Hexkin reached 5,000 followers. So big shout out to Michelle. You can see a picture there of Michelle there. We've also got 720 Crypto reaches week 4 in the Hex Challenge. So, we've got some cool Hex stories going right now. Week 4 of 15 in the Stake Challenge. So that's there from Crypto. And this reminds us back of 2021 when we had lots of these people, doing Hex stake, posts and things like that. So kind of cool. We got Tam Hex is going to be starting at Richard Hart University. So big shout out to Tam, one of the top female influencers on PulseChain. And of course, doing a lot of great stuff. And then, of course, Real Xavier, the big new influencer, of course, with 480,000 followers, come to PulseChain. So a big welcome to him. Xavier is a entertainment ex-poster and posts lots of entertainment and is now moving into crypto as part of that I guess his coverage. And he launched his own token, of course, XVR. And of course, had a big, nice little X space today, starting off there with Envious Crypto, of course, the editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread. So pretty cool. And of course, we've got lots of cool things happening in there. We've got lots of cool DeFi projects. We've got the news. We have some of the hottest DeFi projects on PulseChain as well. And Anime, we've got lots of different varieties of protocols on PulseChain. Obviously, Xavier there is now live, so people can check that out on there as well. So you can kind of see. I love the meme. It's so cool with the Xavier. It really is going to be a really exciting meme coin. 480,000 people, which are largely no coiners, guys, that are coming to PulseChain. They're going to hear about PulseChain. This is only a good thing. So this is what we want to get to. People were saying, hey, we need to get outside the community. Well, we are getting outside the community in a big way with a 480K streamer there. Or ex-poster. So very, very exciting there as well. And you just never know. Maybe we'll have a live stream coming up with Xavier on the show. So keep tuned for that. 480,000 followers, dude. It's a very large account. And of course, a really great guy as well, Xavier. We obviously got Hog out there at Anime. Now, PulseChain of the Fallen is kind of synonymous now with PulseChain. It's got a lot of the well-known community people, influencers, celebrities. It really has lots of really cool twists and turns. You can see the artwork is fantastic for this anime series. And this is a little sneak peek, by the way. Should I tell you? It's a little sneak peek from chapter 14. I just told you, oh no, I'm in trouble. With Dog's going to get me. That little picture there's a sneak peek from chapter 14. You just heard it here, but don't tell anybody. Just keep it quiet amongst all the hundreds of people watching right now. Just don't talk about it. All right, so there we go. We got chapter 12 right now is coming out there. So it's good as a teaser for chapter 12, but there's a little secret little chapter 14 in there as well. I feel bad about it, but I just told it. All right, so there we go. Chapter 12 is there. Teaser there. The final trial will shock you. And of course, after a grueling year in the PulseChain of spirit and time, Hog emerges as a god tier blast under Sensei Israeli Adenisani. Now, you guys know this is based on Stylebender. Stylebender is a huge ex-influencer out there, 1.8 million followers, and he has now been dragged into the Pulse of the Fallen as the Sensei of Hog. And of course, Hog is the main character. He got beaten up by Conor McGregor, of course, in the last episode, chapter 10. And in chapter 11, he started training. In chapter 12, he's going to have his final trial. So we've got chapter 11 and 12, him training because he's got to have a revenge match, right, against Connor. And maybe that's coming up in chapter 13 or 14. We're going to find out. Pretty exciting. Yeah, so chapter 12 drops next week from anime series from Heart with Dog. Looking forward to it. And look who's the new character. Crazy. Railgun. Rochelle, Man of Mystery. Raquel Michelle is in the anime series Pulse of the Fallen. And he's got the Briar Mean Dog. It is there as well. So Ms. Rochelle will be very happy about that. Her little cute little puppy who's growing up pretty fast, actually. Growing up pretty fast is going to be in it as well. And I love it. Raquel Michelle is now in it. Kind of cool. And I love this little tagline that here says, will Raquel Michelle be a hero, an anti-hero, or a villain? Stay tuned. So look forward to that. Hog, of course, is performing like a boss in the markets, and people are loving it. So there's a little bit of a video clip there from the episode. So kind of cool. That's going to be pretty neat. Now, we also got Unity. Of course, we talked about that launching today. Super success. So the big shout out to Cryptographics. And it's got a lot of details in the monster thread there about Unity. And you can check out all the details. It's got all the high details there. You can check it all out. But that is now live. So awesome there. It's got a lot of the tokenomics in there as well. And all the social networks there. You can always hit all the links to join up. And a little video there between him and St. Wolf, which is a cool little video there talking about how it all works with creating tourists. All right, so kind of cool. We also got Radon. Of course, you guys know Crypto Bro out there crushing it with the Radon there on Nexian. And I think it's like over 60% of the farms on Nexian, which is one of our top 7 farms, right, is exploding. So big shout out to Radon there. You can earn super high APRs. And of course, they pay out ETH as well, 3.8% ETH rewards as well. So check that out on the old Radon, crushing it there. And they got multiple peers there like Greed and many of the 7 deadly sins. So a really cool growing ecosystem there from good old Radon. They got their own stablecoin too called BDI. So that's a bit like PDI, but BDI. And that's on the move as well, performing very well on the charts. Check it out. And they got the beautiful videos, of course, the beautiful girls. Is she real or is she an AI? You guys let me know in the chat. Is she real or is she AI? The future is going to be crazy, guys. It's going to be crazy. All right, we also got Emmett Farm, of course, another one of the top 7 farms. Absolutely amazing. They've got a competition out right now, so you've got to get involved in that. The loudest community contest. And, of course, they've got a big giveaway, 150 Emmett prizes. And all you have to do is comment. You can enter there with the link. And all you have to do is comment on your favorite Emmett project, tag 3 friends, like and retweet. Pretty easy. And you could win potentially a couple $100 there. So check that out as well. They recently added, of course, the new big influencer, Xavier, there. And, of course, you can now farm Xavier there as well, which is the XVR token. So pretty awesome stuff happening with the old Emmett. And, of course, they also have EDI staking as well. You can stake Emmett and earn EDI. Pretty awesome there as well. So check it out. Emmett is crushing it. Now, we do have a poll today in the old monster. Which PulseChain tool do you love the most? We've got Midgard, Lightbeam, Pulsefolio, and Liberty Swap Fire there. Check them out and fill in that poll and see what you like there as well. Obviously, we've talked about Rhinify. Rhinify's got this really cool mechanism of charging. So Rhinify has this 28-day charging mechanism. It's quite a unique tokenomics. And, of course, they use that to buy and burn the tax. They've made a little change to it as well to preserve some of that PulseX. Some of the Pulse. And so game on there. Looking forward to see this project really perform well over the months ahead of us. So kind of cool there with the old Rhinify. A big shout out to that team. And finally, you guys know it. I do a daily show. One of the large PulseChain influencers does a daily show. In fact, I was the only one actually doing daily shows that was considered a large influencer. And of course, it was a privilege to do it. You guys know I've been doing it for like 6 years on different channels. We're streaming at the moment on 3 YouTube channels and on X, and it's really a privilege sharing the journey with you guys. And of course, we've basically documented PulseChain really on the channel, haven't we? It's been pretty crazy. And now, of course, we've got Surf Crypto Paradise. Huge KOLs coming to PulseChain. They've been here a couple of months now. They launched their Surf token, and they've got their big DAO. Amazing team, right? So you think of big DAO teams like PGC, the Grays. Well, now we've also got Surf as well, and we're excited to see where this team goes. These guys do not muck around. They are professional, and now they are doing daily live shows the last couple of weeks. So big shout out to Crypto Paradise and the Surf team. These guys are amazing. They have huge rewards systems in their DAOs as well, and they're massive KOLs. I can't remember, maybe 130, 150,000 followers all up amongst all the KOLs in there. They've got 3 guys, right? Nick, Nate, and Amaru doing a great job there. And this is definitely one of the heavyweights on PulseChain. So yeah, we've got 2 large channels. These guys are particularly large, of course, much larger than my channels, but both of them doing daily shows. And we want more and more of these people, right? We saw Fat Sammy the other day. I was a special guest on his show on Monday. He's setting up to do more and more streams, so fantastic. We're seeing a lot of other streamers, starting to do more Cult DeFi, doing the big farm shows. We've got a lot more. I encourage all the influencers out there to start streaming more and the lead up to takeoff time on PulseChain. Like I say, 1 week to 4 weeks, I think really we are there, and it's just absolute takeoff time for PulseChain. Richard Hart's on the move. These big whales, Rack and Michelle, SolidX are on the move. We're looking at big launches in September. We've got all these big on-chain on-ramps launching. It is huge, guys. We are really on takeoff time. We've got the general market stuff happening. I've got in the title video, which I haven't talked about yet, Tom Lee, ETH price 100x. He's talked about that probably over a 10-year period, let's be frank. But he's talking about 15K by the end of the year, 16K. He's talking about the top of the cycle, 30 to 60, maybe even 80K. And we're talking about $400,000 Bitcoin probably within a 10-year period. Now, we don't know. Could happen sooner. But that's the kind of cycle. He calls Ethereum, of course, the biggest play in the next 10 years is Ethereum out of all the financial markets. Now, obviously, PulseChain is a full system state copy of that. Richard Hart is well averse to what's going on, and has been making a lot of moves this year leading up to this mark. And of course, PulseChain there being a full system state copy of Ethereum has a lot of those same narratives can play out, and it's all about players bringing in the entities and the capital to do that. And I think we're excited about where we're going. Currently, of course, PulseChain SAC is number 5 on the strategic ETH reserves. And of course, it's exciting to see where we're going to go, guys. What are all the little chess moves going to be made? We know Richard's made, I probably made a half a dozen to a dozen of those significant ones already. And I think it's just game on from here. We've got the next one probably playing out the next week with the digital products landing. And we may see some magic in the charts as well. So yeah, everything's coming together. It really is incredible. It's incredible how everything is coming together on the old PulseChain. So that is pretty much it on the Monster thread. So don't forget to send that around as well. You can check out all the Crypto Paradise DAO tiers as well. 200,000 to enter the DAOs, and they're doing their daily shows. So big shout out to them. I really do appreciate Crypto Paradise team and all they're doing. So massive. So yeah, awesome stuff, right? Awesome stuff happening on the old PulseChain, and excited about where it's all heading. I hope you guys are as well. It is very exciting times on the old PulseChain. All right, we're up to an hour and 38 minutes, which is way past the normal live stream. But we're probably going to do a second live stream later today, which is insane. You guys are obsessed with PulseChain. Or was it me? I don't know. You guys decide. But hey, look, we're going to do a second show probably later on today on Unity. I don't know if it'll be as long as this, but we're going to do an update show. Probably have Wookie on as well. And of course, he's pretty popular there as well, even if his team won't win the Super 12. I don't know. Maybe they're 15. I don't know what it is now. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We've got a great bunch of people watching right now. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button on YouTube. And don't forget to smash the follow button on X. And share the channels around. It really does help a lot. Pump your own bags, as it were. And as you guys know, daily show, 8 p.m. Eastern here on the Crypto Night Show. Your host, Superman in the house. A special thanks to all the moderators in the Crypto Night Show team. You guys are amazing. And of course, you know who you are, and keep up the good work. A special thanks to, of course, our promotional lead and editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread, Envious Crypto, out there crushing it. And of course, doing a great X space on X there with Xavier. A big welcome to Xavier, of course. Huge influencer and a real nice guy coming to PulseChain. And bring a whole ton of no coiners this is really, really exciting times moving forward. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Take care, everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, bye for now. Later today, of course. Wink, wink. All right, see ya.